All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shemi Awashai. In this video, we're getting into trick or treat. The title say trick or treat. Let's talk about it. Is this of God? Is Halloween of the Most High God? This is what we're finna talk about. We're finna really get into this thing, man, through the Spirit, because a lot of people get excited for Halloween. They start decorating their house. Got pumpkins. They start carving out pumpkins. They start putting Happy Halloween stickers on their doors. They start getting their little kids costumes. They start getting the Halloween parties set up, start selling out tickets. Start passing out tickets to the little Halloween parties. And they do all type of madness. They start showing those Halloween movies full of witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? They start showing all these things. This is the time of the year that we in. Got to go to the pumpkin patch. You know what I'm saying? They got little scarecrows out there scaring the kids. You know what I'm saying? You got the cane maze. Down here, we got the cane maze. Used to go to. Got a cane maze you walk through. Got scarecrows out there. To my Happy Halloween looking wicked. You know what I'm saying? This is a wicked day. We finna get into it and see, is this day Halloween of the Most High God? Did the Most High God say in the Bible that it's okay to celebrate Halloween? Did he say that? And we have two articles that we're gonna get into. And it's just Halloween it turned into a fashion show. All of it for the adults. All of this is a fashion show. And you're gonna have people out here dressing up like Jeffrey Dahmer. You're gonna have weirdos out here dressing up like Jeffrey Dahmer. You have people dressing up as witches. People, it's a day of idolizing. People dress up as their favorite celebrity, dressing up like Cardi B, men dressing up like Offset, and you're gonna have a dude dress up like Lil Baby. All type of wickedness, man. You have women dressing with their breasts showing, they butt all out, trying to tell me she a Powerpuff Girl with a breast out. You have women dressing like harlots, like sluts on Halloween, and there's kids out there, man. You got the kids out there. You got women dressing like harlots. I seen a Eve, a sister one time, she dressed up like a devil, half naked with a pitchfork with horns on her head. And I seen a sister dressed up like an angel, half naked with a halo on. So all women use this as an excuse, use Halloween as an excuse to dress like a harlot. And then after Halloween, they go to the Halloween parties and start twerking with their outfit on. That's wicked, man. I literally have the Edomite I work with. I got an Edomite I work with. He asked me, he asked me, was I going nigga asked me, was I celebrating Halloween? I said, no, I don't get into that. He said, why? He said, why? You get a chance to scare the kids and not get in trouble for it. So you have people really think like this for Halloween. Grown men, 29, 30 years old, think about going to Halloween scaring kids. They get off on that. They get off on scaring little kids. They going knocking on people's door, talking about trick or treat. They got a Walmart bag, talking about some trick or treat. Grown man, 35 years old, dressed up like Martin Luther King, dressed up like Tupac. Talking about they got a tattoo that say Thug Life. And he had somebody at the door talking about trick or treat. Try to guess who I am. He started rapping the Tupac lyrics. And grown men do this, man. Grown men it's a wicked day, man. Halloween is a wicked, wicked day. And you got kids, you know what I'm saying? They really go after Halloween and count how much candy. I used to do that. Bro, I used to have Halloween costumes. This how crazy I used to go for Halloween. I used to keep my Halloween costumes. And I used to invite my cousins over, and they'll put my costumes on, and we'll act like we them people. We'll act like we Batman. We'll act like we Superman. We'll act like we Spider-Man and start fighting each other. Do I at least had like 20? I had like 20. No, I ain't gonna say that. I want to say like 10 or 11 Halloween costumes, man. That I used to keep in my drawer, and when my friends, when company or my friends come over, we used to dress up and be weirdos. We used to be weirdos, man. I got the Spider-Man outfit on, doing crazy stuff, man. That's that spirit. That's the Halloween spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's the stuff that people do on Halloween, but that's not of the Most High God. And a lot of people know that. A lot of people know that Halloween is not of the Most High God. That's why some people go to so-called church on Halloween, because they know it's not of the Most High God. They know that day is of Satan. Like, you literally have people got fake blood on their face. Some of them be real blood, have fake blood on their face. You know what I'm saying? Walking around like these wicked. They always walk around like these wicked movie characters. Somebody dressed up like Chucky. Somebody dressed up like Jason. Somebody dressing up like Michael Myers. Not somebody finna dress up like Jeffrey Dahmer. He gonna be the new character. He gonna be Jeffrey Dahmer gonna be that person that's gonna be, when you talk about Jeffrey Dahmer or just like Jeffrey Dahmer, he's gonna be in that category with Jason. When people just like Freddy, he gonna be in that category with them. You gonna see a lot. Don't be surprised. You're gonna see a lot of people just like Jeffrey Dahmer. The same people that say he was sick, he a weirdo. How can he do something like that? Gonna be the same as that. People that put a freaking gray wig on with glasses, with the damn Steve Urkel pants on, with a button-up shirt. They're gonna be the same one just so like him. Gonna be the same as that one just so like him, man. Because that stuff glorified. Because this world is in wickedness. This world is wicked, and every holiday that we have started off with paganism, started off with witchcraft, started off with bestiality, started off with human sacrificing. All these holidays. That's why you wonder, like, why can't I find Halloween in the Bible? I'm celebrating Halloween, but I can't find it in the Bible because it's not of the Most High God. Halloween is wicked. People really get off on Halloween. Like, they literally become a whole other person. They start, hey, we have grown men put makeup on. They paint their nails. To be a whole character, that's weird. You being like a character off a movie. Or you been like you dressing up like a celebrity. That's idolizing. You know what I'm saying? We're finna get into this thing, man. We're finna let the Lord speak. Is Halloween of God? Yes or no? We're finna get into this thing real quick. Man, give me Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 2. We're finna start this thing off. Jeremiah 10 and 2 real quick. Because the scriptures speak about it. The scriptures speak about certain things that we're not supposed to do. So you can get it when you get it. You can pull up on the screen too, Baba Kasha. The scripture. I used to love Halloween, man. I used to love the Halloween spirit. Got all these Halloween towns playing, Twitches. There was some more Halloween movies. You remember that Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. You remember that Sweet Life of Zack and Cody episode? It was that one Sweet Life of Zack and Cody episode when it was that haunted house. I mean, there was that hotel room was haunted. That episode used to freak me out, man. I know a lot of people know what I'm talking about. That Sweet Life of Zack and Cody episode when that hotel was haunted and Zack and Cody was in there. I can't remember too much about it, but that episode used to freak me out, man. You know what I'm saying? But you got it.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, but the movies that come to mind for me is like the Halloween movie, the kids edition. You know, that movie that used to come out on Disney every dang year. You know what I'm talking about?
It's a lot of them that came out on Disney every year. They played the same
It's really
one.
called Halloween.
Halloween Town?
Yes, Halloween Town.
You know what I said that earlier.
Oh my bad. Halloween Town. Honestly, Leprechaun, Freddy versus Jason, Halloween, all those movies was out. The movie with the two twin sisters, Tamara and Tia. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Same ones, man. That's witchcraft. They literally was witches.
Yeah. But this is Jeremiah 10 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
So the Bible said, learn not the way of the heathen. Now, we got two articles that we're going to read, and we're going to get into how this is a heathen custom. Halloween, the Israelites, our people, was not doing Halloween before we came over here. Where does custom Halloween come from? We have our own holidays in the we got our own high holy days in the Bible. But when you look through Leviticus 23, and when you get into the Apocrypha on our holidays, you won't find Halloween nowhere in the Bible. So it's like, dang, the Lord didn't speak about Halloween. But you have our people not keeping the customs of the most. You got our people not keeping the holidays of the Most High God, but they turn around and keep the holidays of the so-called white man. See that? It said, learn not the way of the heathen and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So don't learn the ways of the heathen. Don't learn their customs, because their customs started from something crazy, started from something wicked, started from witchcraft, started from children getting sacrificed, throwing children in fire, spells, people casting spells. It started with crazy stuff, man. So the Bible said, don't learn the way of the heathen. Don't be doing these customs that's popular in today's time. You know what I'm saying? Going to get a pumpkin, carving a pumpkin out, dressing up like Timmy Turner, dressing up all like harlots, going to Halloween parties. You going to Halloween party, you're gonna see all type of weirdos in there with their Halloween costumes on. You might see the Grinch in there. Might see somebody dressed up like who knows? But it's gonna be people in there dressed up like weirdos in there. You're gonna see a Jake on the side where he's gonna be like a wallflower on the side of the wall with a costume on, looking like this. He might be dressed like a Power Ranger, looking around like this. Grown man dressed up like a Power Ranger with some Henny in his hand, with a blunt. You know what I'm saying? This is of the customs of the heathen. The Lord say don't do that. Give me Proverbs 3:31 now. We're gonna get into this thing, man. The Lord said don't do that.
Halloween is just a scary day in general. It's so scary.
It's real. Like when you think about it, it's like, bro, this is a demonic day, and you don't even gotta really know. Like people already know in their spirit it's a demonic day, man. It's a demonic day. You literally going to random people's house, knocking on their door, talking about trick or treat. You don't even know this person. He's giving you candy. Now I know in New York, sometimes, especially a while back, people used to put razor blades inside the candy. So you eat the candy, you bit a razor blade, just for you to bleed out your mouth. But you got it.
Yeah, did you hear? Did you know about what they did in like the 1980s? I believe somebody was going around spiking Tylenol with deadly poison, and like bodies was dropping on Halloween that year.
I believe it.
Yeah, I read about it earlier. But Proverbs 3:31, envy not thou the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
So don't envy the oppressors. Don't choose none of his ways. We should be like, nah. Us in this truth, we like, nah, we're not doing that, because we see the folly within this day. We see that this day have nothing to do with the Most High God at all. This literally a day for people to give in to their lust. People literally giving out candy. Now, everybody knows that candy not good for you. Candy got so much sugar in it. Sugar is not good for you. That much sugar is not good for you. That's all people going. They going to get all this candy, and then the parents wonder why the kids got cavities. Why is blood pressure so high? This man candy like this. People, it used to be a competition when we were younger. Who can get the most candy? That's how you know it's wicked. People literally giving out candy, sugar in it. The little kid, and wonder why. Dang, now Jamal, he done went Halloween. He done left Halloween. Now he done ate all this candy up. Now he's hyper in the morning. They wonder why is Jamal so hyper in the morning? Because he just left trick or treating. He just ate all this candy. How you gonna complain about kids being hyper and you giving them candy to make them be hyper? See what I'm saying? But the Lord say, don't envy your oppressors. Don't choose none of his ways, man. And us in his truth, we used to do this, but we're not choosing those ways no more because we see through it. We see through it. And Satan real slick. Satan real crafty though. You have to be in. Give me, baby, 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. Because Satan real crafty, man. And a lot of people is giving in to this man.
2 Corinthians 11 and 14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Right, man. So Satan transferred himself into an angel of light. Same thing with Halloween. With Christmas. Christmas is the same way. It started with paganism. But what? Satan transferred himself to an angel of light. He transferred himself to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He transferred himself to the Christmas lights. He transferred himself through the Christmas movies, through the presents, through the Christmas tree, through the milk and cookies, through Santa Claus. He transferred himself to an angel of light. So you wouldn't even think about this day being wicked. You wouldn't even think about this day being not of God, because Satan has transferred himself to an angel of light. So when people celebrate Halloween, they're not thinking about they know about it, but they're not thinking about the witchcraft, the wickedness that's going on. They're not thinking about that because Satan transferred himself to an angel of light. So now all people thinking about is the pumpkin, the parties, the costumes, the having fun, the getting all the candy, the decorating your house, to go in 100 houses. That's what people are thinking about now, because Satan has transferred himself to an angel of light. The fool people, and a lot of people are getting fooled by Satan transforming himself to an angel of light. This is what this day is. This day is literally a demonic day, man. A very, very wicked day. So, give me Isaiah 5 and 20.
Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
See that? So the Bible said woe unto, and woe just means destruction, punishment. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. So that's what people are doing. People calling this day Halloween a holiday. They calling this day a holiday. A holiday. A fun time for you to go out and play and let your kids dress up and give your kids candy. And other people random people give your kids candy. No, if it wasn't Halloween, you tell your kids, don't take nothing from strangers. If a person come and try to give your kids something, you would say, don't take it. Don't take nothing from strangers. But so it's Halloween now, so it give you a pass to take stuff from strangers. That's how a lot of kids go missing on Halloween. A lot of sex trafficking, a lot of kids get snatched up because they just going around random people's houses. The parents let them go by themselves. They 8 years old. The parents don't know where they at. They knocking on somebody's door, trick or treat. He looking both ways and snatching them up. Talking about trick or treat, getting snatched up because you allowing your son to celebrate this wicked day, man. Right? So he said, man, this day is woe unto you that try to make this to turn this day light, to try to take the darkness away and turn this day light. But the Bible said woe unto you, because it already started with paganism. So there's no way you're going to be able to change that and try to make it into something of a light. Nothing of this day shows light. What's one thing of this day, Halloween, shows light? And when do people mostly go trick-or-treating? What time? During the nighttime. They start going trick-or-treating during the nighttime. You have people literally popping out, scaring people, man. You know what I'm saying? This day is not of the Most High God. The Most High God is not dealing with this day. And if you celebrating this day, you need to stop. Um, can you give me Philippians 2:12 real quick? Because you have people saying parents really say, "I'm just doing it for the kids," and that's the main reason why grown parents go trick or treating because they kids. Oh, well, he want to dress up. He wanted a costume, so I guess I'm gonna let him get a costume. He wanted to go. He wanted some candy. I guess I'll let him go get some candy. I had to go to work, but he wanted me to come with him trick or treating, so I couldn't say no to him. So I had to take off and come with him to trick or treating. What the Bible said, babe.
Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
So the Bible said, "Work out your own salvation." I want that last part. He said, "Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." The Lord not gonna care. The Lord not gonna care when He finna judge you and you be like, "I was just doing it for my son. I was just doing it for my daughter. I don't even care about Halloween. I never liked it anyway. I was just doing it for my daughter to enjoy, for her to have a good time." And the Lord not gonna hear that. The Lord gonna look. You're innocent too with your child. I mean, you guilty too. My bad. You guilty too with your child. That's what the Lord said, man. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. If you a grown man, a grown woman, and your mother try to get you to come over, talking about, hey, you need to come over to my house for Halloween. We carving pumpkins. We watching Halloween movies. We wearing our onesies. You know, we having coffee. We having cocoa and marshmallows. We making s'mores. Come on, baby. Come on over to grandma's house. Come on over to your mama's house. You can't be like, well, it is my mom. She did birth me. She did take care of me for 25 years. I mean, I can't say no to her. You go to her house. No, you're going to get judged right along with her. The Lord said, work out your own salvation. You gotta work out your own salvation. So if you know Halloween weekend, you know that it's pagan, and you know that it don't have nothing to do with the Most High God, and you still go to your mom's house, you're going to get judged for that. You're going to get punished for that. The Lord is going to punish you for that. So you got to fear the Most High God enough to be like, nah, I don't care if my child want to go trick or treating. I don't care if he want to dress up as a pirate and drive a boat. I don't care nothing about that. I fear the Most High God, and you not going trick or treating. I'm not finna allow you go trick or treating and get destroyed. That's how you got to be as a parent. You can't be like, man, I mean, my child want to go. But give me Isaiah 3:12. Now this is how we know this scripture real, because we see Isaiah 3:12 get fulfilled right before our eyes, man.
Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths.
Right. So the Bible said, "As for my people, children are their oppressors." Now we see the children are their oppressors, right? The children literally ruling over the parents. The children literally tell the parents what to do. They tell the parents, "I'm finna go trick or treat." Don't even ask the parents no more. They be like, "I'm finna go trick or treat. I'm finna do this. I'm finna dress up like this." The children are the women. I mean, the children run over the parents, man. The children be making the parents come with them. Hey, mom, come on, we finna go trick or treating. Come on, dad, we finna go trick or treat. That what he, because the children rule over the parents now, man. That's the order now. The children tell the parents what to do, right? The children tell the parents what to do. So give me First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. It's so crazy because you have people in the churches. You had the pastor have Halloween decorations in his church, knowing that, hey, you got pastors go trick or treating. You got some pastors go trick or treating. He got Halloween stickers in his church, and he's not telling his people that it's wicked. You know what I'm saying? Deceiving the people, right? But you got it.
You said First Maccabees 1, what, Salakia?
1:11. All right. First Maccabees 1:11.
First Maccabees 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, "Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow."
Right. So you have a lot of people, Shalom King. You have a lot of people that go, especially in the time of the Maccabees, time of the Greeks. Now we still amongst the Greeks. We still amongst the Romans. So you still have our people doing the same thing. let us go make a covenant with the heathen that are round about. So that's what a lot of our people do. And a lot of people still going after they hear Halloween wicked, they still gonna go celebrate. Dang, smoke all in my face. They still gonna go celebrate it because our people have made a spiritual covenant with the heathen and a physical covenant. They don't care how many facts you give them, how many articles you read to them. They still gonna go and celebrate Halloween because they made a covenant with the heathen. It's been a so-called tradition in a family for over 80 years. I mean, for over 45 years, 50 years. So they can't give that up. They're not finna give the trick or treat spirit up, because this been their custom forever. They give it. They doing what the so-called white man doing. They made a covenant with him. They cooning. Right? You're gonna have a Jake just like Donald Trump for Halloween. Hey man, he the one that said let's make a covenant with the heathen. Right? Can you give me Exodus 23 and 2? And the Bible said don't follow a multitude to do evil. And that's what a lot of people doing. That's how Halloween. That's how people got into Halloween. They followed behind someone. They follow behind a multitude of people doing evil. They start saying, okay, it might be fun to kind of dress up as somebody else. It might be fun to put makeup on my face. It might be fun to scare the kids. So they start following. It started with us following the heathen. We start seeing them doing it. Like, damn, it kind of looks fun. Let's not keep the Lord commandments no more. Let's keep Halloween. Let's dress up as witches. Let's cast spells on people. Because they follow, the Bible said don't do that. Don't follow a multitude. I'm going to let you read it. You got it.
Con, Exodus 23 and 2, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to rush judgment.
Right. So the Bible said don't follow a multitude to do evil. So that's how you know if a lot of people doing it, it's more likely going to be off. If the whole world participating in a holiday, more likely it's going to be off until we get to the kingdom of heaven, until we start celebrating our high holy days. It's going to be worldwide. The heathen will have to celebrate them. But in this today's time, when everybody's celebrating a holy day of this world, 9 times out of 10 is going to be wicked. And the Bible said, don't follow a multitude to do evil. So when you have a group of people talking about we finna dress up, we finna dress up as we finna dress up as the Wiggles. We need you to dress up. We need one more wiggle. We finna dress up as the Teletubbies, the Teletubbies, whatever they is. We need you to be one of them. We finna dress up as the kids next door. We need you to be number 5, the number 3. We need a number 1. Don't do it. Well, we finna dress up as the what them things off Cat in the Hat, thing 1 and thing 2. We need you to be thing 1. I'm thing 2. I need somebody to be thing 1. The Bible said don't follow a multitude to do evil. You can't do that because your salvation is literally on a line when you celebrate these holidays. Because the Lord look at that as being, think about this. The Lord look at that as being you being a traitor and you being a wicked. Because how you can celebrate the so-called white man holidays, and you can't even celebrate your high holy days in the Bible that was meant for you. Think about how the Most High feel about that. And you have people say it ain't that serious. If you think about it like how I just said it, yes, it is that serious. You're not even celebrating the high holy days that the Lord gave you to celebrate, and they mean something. Our high holy days got a meaning to them. We celebrate them for a meaning. These holy days that we celebrate don't even have a meaning. What they do is a wicked meaning though. They don't have no They don't have no good meaning behind them, right? They don't have no purpose to why they celebrate these Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Valentine's Day. There's no purpose to those days. But our high holy days in the Bible, they have a meaning to them. We did something on those days, right? And the Lord look at that, man, like you celebrating this man days, your oppressor, but you can't even celebrate the days I gave you. That make the Lord angry. That make the Lord upset. That's what the Lord gonna have to 2/3. The Bible said 2/3 of our people are gonna have to die because of this. You can get Exodus 22:18. The Bible states, "Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live." Hey, that was a law, man. If anybody was caught doing witchcraft or was caught casting spells or dressed up like a witch, they got put to death. It don't matter if you playing or not. You was put to death, man. Right? But you got it. It's plain and simple.
Con, do you want me to get verse 20 as well, since that's what they was doing back in Halloween and back in the Con? Verse 18, thou shalt not suffer witch to live. Verse 20, he that sacrificeth unto any god save the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed.
Right, so you had our people literally, this is what they doing for real. When you celebrate Halloween, you literally basically, I want to say, when you celebrate Halloween, what I want to say, you basically making a sacrifice to Satan. Cause we know how these celebrities get down to Hollywood, how they bow down to the Baphomet. That's their god, that Baphomet. They pray to Satan. You know what I'm saying? They drink blood. When you participate in Halloween, you participate in the day for Satan. So you really honoring Satan in this day. You really sacrificing to Satan, right? And you have people literally sacrificing to Satan, literally having their kids sacrificing to Satan. The Lord said, man, don't suffer no witch to live. So you have people playing around, dressing up like witches. They're making all these witch movies. Hey, the Lord said, hey, man, don't suffer no witch to live. So if we was in the ancient time right now, you will get stoned. And I bet you wouldn't dress up like no witch no more. You will be stoned to death. Right? So this day is and it's an evil demonic spirit around this day, man. You feel it in the air. You feel the so-called vibration in the air of wickedness, of demons. You know what I'm saying? Of folly, of madness. You feel that energy, man, of just demons everywhere. There's literally Halloween is full of demons, of people that got spirits on them. That's the day of Halloween. Can you give me Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 11 through 12? Ephesians chapter 5 verse 11 through 12. Right? Because we got to understand, that I always keep saying this. Just because it look good, that don't mean it's good. Just because it may be fun to celebrate or may be fun to do, doesn't mean that it's good to do. Right? Most of these things that are fun to do in Babylon are basically a lot of things are fun. Most of the things that's fun to do here are wicked. Think about it. It's a so-called partying fun, so-called getting drunk is fun, so-called getting high is fun, so-called laying with all different women is fun. All the things to do in America that they say is fun leads back to wickedness. You know what I'm saying? We got to remember that when this day come around, like, this don't have nothing to do with my people. Why are we celebrating this day? And it was called Hallow Eve. And it was called Samhain. I think it's how you pronounce it. Samhain. It was a day that was called Samhain at first, but now it's called Halloween. But you got it.
Ephesians 5 and 11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them.
Come get 11 through 12. Okay, sorry.
So, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Because the Bible said, and have no fellowship with unfruitful works of darkness. So the Bible said, man, don't even have fellowship with anybody or anything that got something to do with darkness. That don't have nothing to do with my laws, statutes, and commandments. They have nothing to do with me. Nobody not talking about the Most High God during Halloween. You gonna have people dressing like so-called white Jesus though. You're gonna have people dressing up as Caesar Borgia with the blonde hair, with the blue eyes, with the sandals. But nobody's talking about the Most High God on Christmas. I mean Halloween, both of them. Let somebody stand up and start talking about the Most High God during Halloween. They're not finna hear that, cause it's not. They thinking about it. Man, I don't got time. I go to church on Sundays. Right now, I'm finna do it. I'm finna worship Satan right now. That's basically what they're saying. I'm finna worship Satan right now. I don't have time for God right now. I'm finna get this candy. I'm finna go scare these kids. I'm finna go snatch these kids. That's what people thinking about in their mind during Halloween. Not thinking about Most High God. The Lord said, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. So the Bible says it's a shame to even think about the things which are done in secret. Hey man, it's a lot of stuff that go on during these Halloween parties, during Halloween, that no, it's a shame to even speak about. It's a shame to even speak about, man, because it's so much wickedness. So much things going on, man. Especially on a high level with the elites and these Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, Queen Elizabeth family, them. And this they favorite day. I know for a fact. You know what I'm saying? I know this got to be one of their favorite days. And it be the day where they drink the most blood. They take the most children. They get down on this day, Halloween, man. They get down on this day, man. Give me Baba Shah, Colossians 2 and 8.
Colossians 2 and 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach Yahushua.
Right. He said, but don't let no man fool you. Don't let no man fool you with vain deceit and tradition of men. What is Halloween? A tradition of men. The only reason we celebrate it is because it's a so-called tradition in America or wherever you at. That's the only reason we celebrate it, because it's a tradition. The Bible says, don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by it's just a tradition. I've been doing it forever. The kids want to do it. No, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than what you think. A lot of people think it's not that deep. What is Obadiah talking about? It's not that deep. I'm just dressing up like a princess. I'm just dressing up like a harlot. It's not that deep. I still love God. That's what people gonna say, man. But the Bible just said, don't be deceived by the tradition of man. And after the rudiments of the world, Halloween is of the world. Everybody and their mama celebrate it, and not after Christ. It's not of Christ. Halloween is not of Christ. It don't have nothing to do with Most High God and His Son. It had nothing to do with the Bible. Hey, the atheists, they love this day too. The atheists and the Satanists, they love Halloween, man. So you in the same boat they is when you celebrate this day. The Lord say, man, run from evil, man. Stay away from evilness. But when you celebrate Halloween, you're running towards the darkness. You're running towards the evil because you celebrating the day with Satanists, and pedophiles, murderers, rapists. You celebrating days with these people. It's not of the Most High God, man. You can give me Bible Shah, Mark 7, 8 through 9.
For laying aside the commandment of Yahweh, ye hold the tradition of men as the washing of pots and cups and many other such like things ye do. And he said unto them, full well you reject the commandment of Yahweh, that ye may keep your own tradition.
So they rather reject. That's what I was just saying. Our people reject the commandment. Man, our people, we'll tell our people, hey, bro, we got our own high holidays. Leave Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter alone. We got our own high holidays. But what they do, they forsake the Most High God commandments. And they keep their own traditions. We're going to keeping Halloween. You can keep Purim. We're going to keep Halloween. You can keep Tabernacles, but we're going to keep Christmas. You can keep Day of Atonement, but we're going to keep Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? All these days that we have that was gave to us from the Most High, we'd rather celebrate days that was given to us by our oppressor. That should tell you what type of state we in as a people right now. Right? So give me 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. That should tell you the state that our people in right now. That we'd rather keep the traditions of the so-called white man instead of keeping our own tradition that was given to us from God.
Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Right. And it was times where I know my ribs used to love Christmas in the world, and I used to love Halloween. It was times where we used to love these things. It was times where we didn't know no better, just like our people now. But now we in this truth. Now we understand that, man, these days are wicked. I see why the Lord gave us our own days. Because these days right here that we celebrate in the world is wicked. He said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We see Satan trying to change himself to an angel of light. We see through that. But a lot of our people don't see that. They blinded. If you think about it, a lot of our people are literally spiritually blinded by Satan turning himself to an angel of light. They blinded by it, man. Literally blinded. They don't see no wrong in what they're doing because Satan got them, man. But we not ignorant of Satan's devices. We see through the folly. We see that this day have nothing to do with God, with Yahweh. We see that this day is pagan and wicked. We see through that. Like you literally have grown men dressing up in costumes, walking around with candy. We see that being demonic. We see women. We see you women trying to get attention, dressing up as harlot, trying to dress up as whoever with the tight clothes on. We see what you're doing. We see through that. We see through all of that. You men that's in the woods with a costume ready to scare the kids. We see you. We see you. You people that's then finna come out, you can give people candy. We see through that. We see through you, Satan. Stop trying to make this day seem like it's a wonderful, wonderful day. We see through that. We're not ignorant of your devices. A few more. Psalms chapter 141 and 4.
Psalms 141 and 4. Incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works of men that work iniquity, and let me not eat of their dainties.
Oh yeah, incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquities. Right? That's the part I wanted. So, man, we got to be praying this. We really got to be praying this. Right? Incline not my heart to any evil thing, to practice wicked works with men that work iniquities. We got to pray that, man. We don't want to practice the wicked works that men doing. Right? Men ordering costumes, we don't want to practice those wicked works. You know what I'm saying? Men buying candy on eBay finna sell to the kids. We don't want to practice those evil works. Men putting razor blades in candy so people can cut their stuff in the mouth and get a laugh out of it. We're not trying to do those wicked works. We're trying to stay on the straight and narrow path and keep these commandments like our Father said. That's what we're trying to do. So give me Jeremiah 17:4. And I'm going to get Titus 3:3 after that, and then we'll be done with this and we get to some of the articles. Get into a little bit of Halloween and what it stands for, what it means.
Jeremiah 17:4.
Jeremiah 17:4.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Right, so we discontinue from our heritage. Right, so it was times where we all celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. We thinking that this is a wonderful day. We thinking that this is just a day to have fun, just a day to, just to dress up and, just to have fun, 'Cause we know we work all the time. So this is a day just to have fun for the kids. Let's see your kids smile. Man, this ain't our heritage though. We had to come out of that. We had to realize that, man, this is not what we're supposed to be doing. This is a day you playing with fire when you celebrate these days. Because the Lord is ready he can kill you for this. He said we was going to discontinue from our heritage and cause us to serve our enemies. So we discontinue from our heritage and we thinking that Halloween is the way. Halloween is just for fun. I'm doing it for the kids. I'm just dressing up. I'm just going to the party. No, this is not our heritage. This is not our custom. We got to come back to our customs and our heritage and our hot holy days and throw away these holidays that they give us in society, because these holidays are going to get you killed, get you destroyed. Right? So can you give me Titus 3:3?
I had a precept as well.
Con.
For we are set. Do you want me to start at? Never mind. Do you want to just read verse 3 or read on down to like verse 7?
3. Just you can stop at 3.
For we ourselves also are sometimes foolish, disobedient, deceived, serving diverse lusts and pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another.
Oh, my bad. Well, yeah. Stop at 4.
But after that, the kindness and love of Yahweh our Savior toward man appeared.
Right. So we was once into that. You might well go and keep reading. I got your spirit want to read it. Go ahead and read it.
Not by works of righteousness which we have done, but according to his mercy, he saved us by the washing, regeneration, and renewing of the Holy Spirit, which he shed on us abundantly through Hamashiach Yahushua our Savior, that being justified by his grace, we should be made heirs according to the hope of eternal life.
Right. So we was once, in brothers and sisters' shoes. We was once celebrating this day and once thought it was okay to celebrate. We was in our wickedness. But now, from the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shema Shah, he allowed us to come out of that and start really seeing, dang, I used to do that. I used to really dress up. I used to really go get candy. I thought this was fun. Now the Lord start using you, and he start revealing a lot of stuff to you that you thought was okay. I used to thought eating pork was okay. I used to think eating shrimp was okay. I used to think breaking the Sabbath day was fun. But now it's like the Lord allowing you to see this stuff with a clear eye. And you seeing that, man, I've been in sin. I was literally dead. I was literally a dead man walking. Right? I was a literally dead man walking. You bring it out. Bring it out. You can bring it out.
So that's the first one. Exodus chapter 33 and verse 13, and it reads, Now therefore I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, show me now thy way that I may know thee, that I might find grace in thy sight, and consider that this nation is thy people. And then 35 and 1, 35 and 31, so like you. And he hath filled him with the spirit of Yahweh in wisdom and understanding and knowledge and in all manner of workmanship.
Yes, more on that.
Nope, that's it.
You read 35 and 35?
Them hath he filled with wisdom of heart to work all manner of work of the engraver and of the cunning workman and of the embroiderer in blue and in purple and scarlet and in fine linen and of the weaver, everyone, even of them that do any work and of those that devise cunning work. That's it.
Hold up, real quick. Let me read you shit. So Exodus 35 and 31, that's true, man. Hey, the Lord is very, that's the one you need to fear, man. He said he filled him with the spirit of God. So if the Lord can fill you with the spirit of him, what thing he can do to you that's being wicked? He can fill you with the spirit of Satan. If he can fill you with the spirit, with the Holy Spirit, he can also fill you with the spirit of Satan and have legions of demons on you. Right, and that's why the Most High is so scary, man. In a sense, that's why we have to fear the Most High. He can literally do everything. He can have you bugged out, and you don't even know that you bugged out, or he can have that spirit on you that you on fire. That knowledge and understanding, right? That's a mighty precept.
And I had got 33 too. The one in chapter 33.
You had read it?
Mm-hmm.
Read it again.
Exodus 33 and 12. And Moses said unto the Lord, see, 13. Now therefore I pray thee, if I have found grace in thy sight, show me now thy way, that I may know thee, that I might find grace in thy sight, and consider that this nation is thy people.
Right. So everything goes back to the Most High, man. That's what we got to be seeking. That's what we got to be seeking. The way from the Most High, man, because He literally in control of our life. We literally nothing without the Most High. We literally ashes and dust, man. Right? We literally nothing but dust and ashes. And the Most High is in control of our life. So we got to pray to the Lord. Hey, if I find grace in your sight, show me not the way. Because the Lord can have you, if you have you going all different type of ways. He can literally have you going other ways. But it's up to the Most High, His mercy and grace, to show you the right way. Yeah, to keep us in His ways. Because what His ways is, the law, statutes. Give me John 14 and 15 real quick. What is His ways? Because we want to walk. Everybody, if I ask anybody that's going to Halloween, do you want to walk in the Most High ways? I do. I want to walk in the Most High ways. But what is His ways? We got to see what His ways is in order for you to walk in His ways. You're not going to know if you don't know His ways.
If you love me, keep my commandments.
So His ways are the commandments. So if you love the Most High God, you're going to keep His commandment. And there's nowhere in His commandments does it say, go celebrate Halloween. These are your customs. Thanksgiving is your custom. There's nowhere in the Bible. There's nowhere in the Bible that says that. Right? So we gotta seek the Most High face. Now, I'm gonna let you get one article back because my computer finna die and its charger not working.
Okay, I'm gonna get this one. It got mostly everything on it anyway, so that's okay. The other article is just saying the same thing. So, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Samhain, which is the name for Halloween, is a pagan.
Samhain.
Huh?
It's crazy though, but it's called Samhain.
Oh,
Samhain. But it don't look
Samhain.
like
Okay, Samhain, the water, is a pagan religious festival originating from an ancient Celtic spiritual tradition. Celtic are just European people. In modern times, Samhain is usually celebrated from October 31st to November 1st to welcome in the harvest and usher in the dark half of the year.
dark half of the year. Where's that in the Bible? You got it.
Celebrants believe that the barriers between the physical world and the spirit world break down during Samhain, allowing more interaction between humans and destinies of the world.
Right, and that just sound like wickedness. It sound like witchcraft. This dark, it sound like witchcraft. Yeah, Maria say dark half, more kidnapping, more sex trafficking. A lot of kids gonna go missing on this day. You have a lot of these celebrities dressing up. That's why a lot of our people do it, because these celebrities do it. These celebrities dress up on Halloween. It'd be like a big contest. Who can have the best outfit? Who can have the best costume? Got celebrities doing it. Celebrities dressing like other celebrities. It's just wicked. It's off. People in the comments, wow, you killed that outfit. You did your thing. Woo-hoo. You know what I'm saying? Wicked. It's some more on that.
Ancient Celts marked Samhain as the most significant of the 4 quarterly fire festivals taking place at the midpoint between the fall equinox and winter solstice. During this time of the year, hearth fires and family homes were left to burn out while the harvest was gathered. After the harvest was complete, celebrants joined with Druid priests to light a community fire using a wheel that would cause friction and spark flames. The wheel was considered a representation of the sun and used along with prayers. Cattle were sacrificed, and participants took a flame for the communal bonfire back to their home to relight the earth.
What?
Failure to participate was believed to result in punishment from the gods, usually illnesses or death. That's not. He ain't talked about the. Hold on, let me go to this one because it's gonna tell you about the spirits. It's not doing it on this one. My bad.
You good? You good? Look at that. What that picture? What that picture is? Like some witches.
Like they're sacrificing something.
It's so crazy. They still celebrate these days. It's on the same exact day. Same exact days they did back then.
Samhain was the moment when the spiritual world became visible to humans and the gods enjoyed playing tricks on mortals. It was also a time when the spirits of dead mingle with the living.
Trick or treat. My bad. Trick or treat. They're playing tricks on people.
The Celts believed in gathering all their harvest by Samhain so that it would not be damaged by the evil or mischievous spirits who could return on the first evening of the dark half of the year. Token offerings of the harvested food should be offered to the spirits to placate them. The importance of pre-Christian customs to people's lives apparently wasn't lost upon the early Catholic Church. Pope I, who headed the church from AD 590 to 604, advised a missionary going to England that instead of trying to do away with the religious customs of non-Christian people, they simply should convert them to a Christian religious purpose. For example, the site of a pagan temple could be converted to become a Christian church.
That's madness. It was Satan trying to be that angel of light.
We're still not talking about the dead, the spirits.
It says something about gods.
No, I thought I read earlier on it about the whole point of it is to bring the talking to the Day of the Dead spirits. And I don't see it on. It's crazy because I literally.
It's Satan.
I literally read it on the article, or else I wouldn't have sent it to myself. I know it's on here. One of the rituals adopted from the Celts was pumpkin carving, which held religious significance. The jack-o'-lantern custom consists of placing fire, which imitates the good magic of the sun, inside a hollowed-out vegetable representing the harvest. It was done in hopes that the good magic will help to preserve the harvested food through the dark half of the year until the next growing season could replenish the community's food stocks.
Magic, witchcraft. This the background of Halloween. So when you celebrate Halloween, just know you participating in this right here. You don't have to cast spells or do magic to take part in this. When you celebrate this day, when you dress up, when you go trick or treating, you might not even have to dress up. When you go trick or treating and give out candy to people, you are celebrating this day. You are taking a part in this.
Here it is. It's like I skipped right over it. Samhain was the moment when the spiritual world became visible to humans and the gods. It was also a time when the spirits that are dead. Wait, that's not it. That's not it. I'm sorry.
You sure with that? You sure with the article?
Yes, I read it. It literally says something about they went door to door and asked for prayer for their dead ones so they could get candy. I don't know. I have no idea. It's crazy because I literally read these articles. It's simple.
You might go look it up. If you type it in on Google, it might come up.
Okay. In addition to causing trouble and damaging crops, Celts thought that the presence of the otherworldly spirits made it easier for the Celtic priests to make predictions about the future. To commemorate the event, Druids built huge sacred bonfires where the people gathered to burn crops and animals as sacrifices to the Celtic deities. During the celebration, the Celts wore costumes, typically consist of animal heads and skins, and attempted to tell each other's fortunes. When the celebration was over, they relit their hearth fires, which they had extinguished earlier that evening from the sacred bonfire to help them protect them during the coming winter. Basically, they was sacrificing to people that was dead,
right?
Wearing costumes so they could be protected from the evil spirits.
So what are people do now? They might not sacrifice to the dead, but they sure get in costumes, and this goes back to wickedness and paganism, right? So, Lord willing, this video is edifying, man. Lord willing, this allowed our people to wake up and see, man, this is not of the Most High God, and the Most High God is not dealing with Halloween, right? The Lord not dealing with this wicked day, and Lord willing, brothers and sisters, repent, and start keeping the high holy days that the Lord commanded us to keep as being His chosen people, which are the Israelites. So with that,
wait, I have one right here. The Celts believed that on the night of October 31st, the dead returned to Earth, so people gathered to light bonfires while offering sacrifices to pay to the dead. So they thought the dead was back on the Earth.
Just like it's the Day of the Dead that Northern Kingdom celebrates. I think it's called Day of the Dead. It's the day that
it's the same thing, honestly. They just changed the name. It's
the
same version of it.
Same exact thing, man. What the Lord said, learn not to wear the heathen. And what our people doing? Learn to wear the heathen. Right? So we had to come out of that mindset, man, and start keeping the commandments as being the biblical Israelites, us blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. And the Lord is coming back real soon to deliver his people and to destroy this place and 2/3 of our people that didn't want to come back to the Most High God. Right? So with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shimi Hawashai. I say Shalom, Kum Yasharala.
I just found the information, but
bring it out. Where is it?
I did have it on. I thought I wasn't tripping. I sent it. I pulled up the wrong article.
It's all right. You might well bring it out. We ain't gonna hold no knowledge.
I'm sorry. I got it confused. I thought the article said the same thing, but I guess
no, you stay. Ask the spirit that you found it right when I finna end the call.
Okay. Right here. Okay, this is just talking about, like, we know what Halloween is, but those who are trick-or-treating will ring the doorbell and say in unison, trick-or-treat. The trick part of trick-or-treat itself is to performing mischief on the homeowner if no treat is given. Trick-or-treat has been going on since the Celtic era, on early Roman Catholic holidays, medieval practices, and even British politics. Even though the origin remains somber, it can be traced back to the mentioned era. According to history, the culture of trick-or-treat has been done since the pre-Christian Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celtics believed that on the night of October 31st, the dead returned to the earth, so people gathered to light bonfires while offering sacrifices to pay homage to the dead. During the ceremony on Samhain, the Celts dressed themselves in costumes made of animal skin as a disguise to drive away bad spirits or phantom visitors, with tables prepared and food left out to placate unwelcome spirits. So they left food out for these spirits. The ceremony is passed down from generation to generation. Then, in later centuries, people began to continue and alter this tradition to be more modern by dressing as ghosts, demons, and other wicked creatures in exchange for food and drink. In the Middle Ages, people from the lower classes would visit wealthy houses to receive pastries called soul cakes in exchange for a promise to pay for the souls of the homeowner's dead relatives. This tradition is known as souling, which is later continued by children who will go from door to door asking for gifts. The tradition of going door to door on this special day has been going on until this era in more enticing ways by leaving all the superstitions and spiritual beliefs. Meanwhile, the culture of trick-or-treating always helps the country's economy, specifically in the U.S., by the sale of candies. According to the National Retail Federation, Americans spend an estimated $3.1 billion on candy on Halloween. There you have it, folks.
Just imagine how much money our people would save. Just imagine how much money our people would save if they didn't celebrate these holidays. If our people save all that money if they didn't buy no costumes, if they didn't buy no candy, if they didn't buy no decorations for their house, if they ain't buy no Christmas shirts, Halloween shirts, how much money would they save? Hey man, if we all made if we all stood up and be like, let's not celebrate these holidays. Let's all not celebrate these holidays. We all stood up and said that, they wouldn't make no money. They wouldn't make no money. They'd be like, what's going on? If blacks and Latinos came together and be like, we not celebrating these days no more, they're not gonna make no money. We be the main ones buying all this stuff. We be going the extra mile to buy all this stuff. Right? We be the main ones that do that. Right? So, Lord willing, I hope this video is very edifying. Hold up. Con, hey man, all praise to the Most High King. Hey, hit me up, King. Hit me up, King. But Lord, when this video was edifying, Israel, come back to your commandments. Come back to your high holy days as being Israelites and fight the good fight. So with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shema Shah. Say Shalom.